Yes, 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 yes. All right, we are live on YouTube. How is everybody doing today? First and foremost, if you are here live, I do want to apologize for starting a little bit later than normal. I just have lots of things going on, and I even have a secondary stream planned for tonight from the studio. We're going to be doing some more dating stories, relationship advice for men and women, volume 10 will be happening tonight. I've already created the stream, but it's on private because I don't want to confuse people, between this stream here that's live right now, if you're here currently live, that is, and, the stream that's going to be coming up tonight. So the stream coming up tonight will be more than likely starting around 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, or a little bit after that, probably 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific at the latest. It'll be about an hour and a half to 2 hours long. I have 5 excellent Reddit postings to go over, put my spin on, which is what I'm trying to say, and help as many men and women out there better understand this modern world we're living in, the dating world, and even in other aspects of life as well. So stay tuned for that coming up later tonight. I will put the stream to public when I get back to my place, depending on what time it is when I finish this stream. We'll probably start a couple hours after this one ends. Again, I hope you're all having a great day. I thought yesterday was Friday. Actually, today is Friday. I got my days mixed up because I took a couple days off, like a day and a half off to spend with my lady. And I'm an entrepreneur, and yes, I am on entrepreneur time. So forgive me for that. Forgive me for that. I'm expecting a pretty big turnout for this stream based on the topic because there are going to be multiple audiences tuning in to hear what I have to say. And I will just say this. What I discuss here today is going to be respectful, professional, and mature, and in a cool, calm, and collective manner. And I'm just going to state the obvious facts that many of you that know a bit about the story I'm going to be sharing here today know to be true, or maybe you're on the fence or you're not really understanding what's going on. And I want to make it also very clear that, I'm only talking about this for example purposes, despite what anyone else thinks. It's a great example to discuss regarding this. And we're going to be talking about YouTubers can't have both ways. We'll share more about that in just a little bit. The water's a little bit dry today. Looks pretty cool though, huh? Hey, Joe. Good Friday afternoon to you, Coach Eli. Says Joe Shipley. Hey, Joe. Queen says, give me time to put the topic in. No problem, Queen. Take your time. We're all good. Here on the Coach Eli, Elias Melas channel, we are very patient. We're cool, calm, and collective. And we love everyone, and we respect everyone. People that deserve respect. But we still love people that we don't even respect. We just pay no attention to them because those people are still trying to figure out, what they want to do with their lives, or how they want to run their YouTube channels, or, they're trying to figure out their purpose, right? And some people that are even in their, late 20s and even throughout their 30s haven't really figured out their purpose. That happens nowadays, right? I mean, I've always worked my entire life, but I didn't even really realize what my purpose was until I got into my early 40s. My purpose is what I'm doing now. That's why I'm so consistent and I keep moving forward and I keep creating content regardless of what happens, regardless of the amount of views I get, whether it's a lot of views or minimal views or whatever. Because I believe in myself. And it's my purpose, right? And that's one of the main reasons I do what I do, because I want to help each and every one of you figure out your purpose if you already haven't figured out your purpose, and share my stories and examples and failures and successes from those failures to help you accomplish your purpose and get to where you want to get to. And to also, stop the misery and stop the depression that you may be going through. Stop the pain, right? A lot of people are not happy with what they're doing to make a living and make money, right? But they do it because they feel like they have no other choice. And it's not really who they are. And at the same time, it also affects who they really are and want to be and the people they want to hang out with, right? If you pretend to be something that you're not just to make money, unfortunately, that's who you become. I'll share more about that in just a little bit. Queen, can you hear me okay? Joe, anyone else? It's a beautiful day. The wind is only about 5 to 10 miles, so that's pretty good. Not like the other day where it was like 40-mile-an-hour wind. And my microphone was blowing all over the place. At least this windscreen works. You can't even get this windscreen anymore. The one that Rode makes now, for the item it was initially created for, a Rode Mini shotgun mic, is a little bit smaller and thinner and doesn't work that well. And I shared this last year when I reached out to Rode to see if I could get some of the older windscreens like this one. And I told them I'm willing to pay whatever, And because I purchased a couple mics from them, they told me to send some pictures. And Rode just shipped me out 2 of these for free. And they paid the shipping. That's excellent customer service. I'm a customer for life. And any microphones I buy from here on out, especially microphones that I use outside of the studio, are going to be Rode microphones. External microphones I use, I can use for the iPhone when I have multiple people. I can just attach it on there. It's a shotgun microphone. Or even on my in-studio camera, that's a Sony a6400. It's a mirrorless camera. It's a very nice camera. I can even use that for vlogging as well and attach a nice Rode shotgun mic on top of that if I ever use that to do videos outside of the studio, out and about, right? Anyway, not a whole lot going on in my neck of the woods. Just to let you folks know, I've been resting and relaxing and spending time with family and doing some family stuff and spending time with my lady, and been resting my voice. That's why I've only been doing 1 piece of content per day, which has been these streams. But I feel rejuvenated now, and I'm ready to create multiple pieces of content again per day. And again, later tonight, if you're just tuning in, I'm going to be doing a dating story stream tonight, relationship advice for men and women, volume 10. I have 5 very interesting Reddit stories to put my spin on. Reddit is probably the most interesting and best place to go and see how people are struggling in the modern dating world, especially our youth, 18, 19-year-olds and young men and women in their 20s. It's interesting to see how guys are behaving nowadays or how guys are showing up and how weak and pathetic guys are. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that to be derogatory or to attack them or criticize them. These are really, really nice guys. They're decent guys, right? But they just don't understand what it takes to attract women, right? Like, there are guys I've seen in some Reddit postings that the woman practically, like, they're in their like early 20s or mid 20s, right? And they've never had an experience with a woman. They're still a virgin, right? They talk about that. Not a lot of dating experience, but they go on a date with a woman that really likes them, and the woman's practically throwing herself at him, and he makes out with her, but doesn't take her over to the bedroom and, you know, do the nasty, right? However you want to call it, right? Like, if you like the woman and she likes you, and she just practically throws herself at you, and if you're into her and attracted to her, and you don't take that all the way, then man, I'd have to say, testosterone check. Are your huevos below your belt, huevos, balls, are they still intact? All right, everyone, I'm going to get right to it because there's a lot to talk about today. And I'm going to be doing this walk fairly quickly. I'll probably hit both observation decks if there's no one there, but I'm not going to spend too much time on them because I really have to get back to do the in-studio stream and eat dinner before that. I'm just waiting for this small family here to walk on by before I continue. All right, let's do it. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live from the San Francisco Bay Trail, the SF Bay Trail here in beautiful Redwood City, California. This is episode number 233. Woo-wee! 233. And so I don't butcher it, let me read what Queen put in the chat as the topic. The topic is YouTubers can't have it both ways. Drama or real content defines you. One more time. YouTubers can't have it both ways. Drama or real content defines you. You know, as part of a commitment I made to myself, after really learning how YouTube works, I've been on YouTube for 5 years now, full time. And initially I didn't know what to expect out here. I didn't understand what trolls and haters really were. I had never really experienced running a full-blown YouTube channel. I had other YouTube channels that I used to run for a networking organization, a business networking organization I used to run. But I wasn't attempting to be a YouTuber like I started to be 5 years ago, right? And so, you know, I didn't know what to expect, and I encountered some people that had experience and knew how to do certain things and create drama and instigate stuff, and, you know, it threw me off guard because I'd never experienced it, and kind of triggered me. Well, it really triggered me for a while. And over the last several years, especially the last year plus, year and a half, I've completely risen above all this. And I made my vow to just never let it get to me anymore and never feed into it. And I'm not, you know, trying to feed into it here again today. I just have an example of something that I saw. I was recommended this, even though I tuned my recommendations to not send me content from certain people, right? Sometimes YouTube will retune those recommendations, and then you come across something, and so you're like, all right, you know, if I'm here now, let me just skim through this and see whatever, right? And I came across this community posting from a creator that was rather interesting. It was very interesting what he wrote. It's a male, okay? And this is also a creator that, I briefly talked about a few weeks ago for example purposes, and I was saying, well, I'm not going to talk about it for another year or so. You know, nothing really matters to me regarding what he's doing, creating drama all the time, right? But this was something different. This was something that I had never seen him post. And it was kind of like a cry for help, is the way I perceived it. Now, sir, I'm sure you're probably watching and your crew's watching. Based on my numbers here, I'm sure one or two of you are simulcasting this, or I'd have a lot more people here tuning in, right? Or a certain female could be, simulcasting this. I really don't care if you simulcast it. I'm not triggered, and quite honestly, I just love helping people. And I love, sharing my thoughts about things that people go through and understanding why they go through those things, because I've been through certain things in the past. And sharing my thoughts, my professional and respectful thoughts on what I feel would turn it around, right? And why certain things are happening, right? So I get it. I totally get it. and here's the thing. I've also realized this, folks, being a YouTuber for 5 years, right? I've also realized that when people use your content, it's like free promotion. Good, bad, or indifferent, right? So even if there are two people, I'm assuming there's at least one, maybe two people simulcasting you right now, right? Okay. No big deal, right? It's all exposure, and it's all about the message, and it's all about what's being said, right? Now, additionally, let me throw this in there. Some people may be saying, or this particular mid-30s creator that made this community posting, I think it was yesterday or the day before. I came across it earlier today as I was setting up this stream on my phone from the app. It recommended me his posting, and then I just clicked on don't recommend posts from this channel, because quite frankly, I really don't want to see any of it. But I got it recommended, and it actually was something interesting, right? Now, another factor I'm looking at is, okay, was his posting put out there in a genuine way, right? Or could it just be a way to try to suck someone like me back into drama and, feeding into it and this and that? And quite frankly, again, whether you think I'm feeding into it or not, I don't care. I'm just sharing my thoughts about this, and maybe it might help him. Maybe it might help other people that are in a similar situation. Maybe the audience that follows this creator or other creators like this can really understand what's going on. Because a lot of people that follow drama groups or drama creators that, there are a bunch of creators on this platform that do a bunch of StreamYard panels, and what they do is they run 6-7 hour marathon live streams where they just bring people on, they talk shit about each other, right? And the creators that run these channels are the ones that benefit the most, because they're either A, sponsored by certain sponsors that, sponsor this type of content, such as this one creator. It's being sponsored at a $3,000 per month level to create this content, right? So he has to amp it up. He has to do certain things that, according to his posting, right, and according to what I've heard about him in the past, which I do believe this to a certain extent, he doesn't really enjoy doing, right? So, very interesting. We've been staying steady at 12 people. That's interesting. Hey, listen, Coach Eli is aware. And it's all right. I'm going to have my say. I've been a part of this in the past. I've risen above it. And as a coach, whether you think I'm a coach or not, because a lot of these fake instigated drama creators will say anything to attack anyone, whether they mean it or not. It's just part of their acting gig, right? It's part of their online persona, which is another aspect that this mid-30s creator stated in his posting. A lot of people don't understand my online persona. And another thing he was saying is that, a lot of people are not loyal out here, or they don't. I don't remember it exactly, but I remember the principle of the matter. So I'm not quoting him word for word, but he was saying that there are, nobody is a true friend. Like, you can't make true friends online and this and that, right? Because people just come and go, right? See, this guy is very smart. I'm going to give this guy some props. He is a very intelligent mid-30s millennial guy. I've never doubted his intelligence and his capabilities, right? And even in the past, he's had some nice things to say about me in between the times he was forced to talk shit about me and do stupid things to myself, not only online, but in real life as well, that were forced to be done by a sponsor. Now, sir, if you're watching this, look, you're not going to admit this, and you're going to play it off like you're angry at me, or you think I'm a piece of shit or whatever, right? And that's all good. And maybe to a certain extent, you do think I'm a POS, right? But I really don't think you feel I'm as bad of a POS as you act or pretend to show online. I think you're just forced to act that way by your sponsor that runs a fake caregiving business, right? But we're not here to talk about that. I just mentioned that as part of what this guy goes through each and every day to make money to survive, to pay his bills. But is that who he really is or wants to be, right? Is that who he really is or wants to be? Queen, can you... Let me see here. Queen, are you still there? I want to make sure that nothing's frozen or anything. Are we still coming through? I'm going to go off the air for a second and come right back because I think my chat may be frozen. Yes, I am here. Yeah, I think my chat was frozen. Sorry. We got 14, 15 people here now. Derek Gibson says, host, any creator that chooses drama over real and true content like yours will never win. If you honestly mean that and not trolling Derek, then that's all good. I mean, I'm sorry, man. I have to throw that in every now and then because I assume that you're one of 3 people that I've talked to before in the past. But you just never know, But if you mean that, bro, then that's all good. I'm just stating that you never know, right? So I'm not naive or anything, but I appreciate it if it's a genuine comment. Queen Helen Casey says, yes, I am here. Well, here's the thing, Derek. So, again, I'm only mentioning this for example purposes. I'm not here to attack him or anyone, right? They know that. I'm not here to badmouth him or anything like that. I'm actually trying to help people in general. But to be quite honest, let me start off by saying this. I've said this in the past, and I'll say it again. Whatever he's done to myself in the past, online and offline, and other creators and other people, whatever people have done to me in the past on this platform, I forgive you all. I forgive you. I forgive you for everything, right? And it was quite a lot. And a lot of it was unforgivable. But you know what? In my opinion, there's very little that's unforgivable, right? And I've always had a forgiving nature, right? So, I've risen above all this stuff, right? I'm not here to even complain about or talk about, or be frustrated about what this mid-30s guy has done to me at my expense, right? But here's what's going on. He put out a posting. It was like a cry for help, right? Because obviously his audience continues to have a lot of turnover, right? Now, I haven't paid attention. I just assumed this because I know what happens. I know what happens in situations like these. Like I've said in the past, if you're creating a drama channel, right? If you're creating fake instigated drama, right? And you always have to attack people and, bring people on your panels that you call friends and then talk shit about them and stir them up on purpose to trigger them for entertainment to the rest of your audience, okay? If that's what you're doing, you're not going to be able to build off of that. It's not sustainable long term. Let me explain why, and maybe this dude might get a clue and hopefully start to turn things around, because he is more than capable of creating sustainable content like he used to over 5 years ago when I first met this guy. And when I first met this guy, he was doing purple pill content that I enjoyed. I tried to collaborate with him when he was like 30 years old. And when I connected with him and talked with him by phone, the first thing he asked me was, "What do you want?" in that tone of voice. And I'm like, "Hey man, I'm just here to get to know you. I'm networking and you have a great channel with great content that's similar to mine. I just wanted to see if you wanted to collaborate and create some videos together or do some live streams together or whatever," right? And when he snapped at me that way, what that had told me is that there were other people that took advantage of his kindness in the past, right? So, he was holding on to resentment of what people had done to him in the past, right? Right? So, because he'd been burned many times in the past, he automatically assumed I was going to burn him, when all I wanted to do was get to know him and collaborate, right? And that was during a time in like 2017 when YouTube's ad revenue or monetization system started incorporating the yellow icon, which would demonetize videos to limited or no ads, right? And a lot of his content was demonetized with the yellow icon. And he lost a lot of money doing that, and he got so frustrated that he told me, he goes, "You know what, man? I think I'm going to shut down my channel. I just can't do this anymore. I'm not making the money I was making." And I told him, I said, "Listen, man, if you give me a chance to help you, I can help you rebuild a good audience and turn it around, or maybe start another channel and reapply for monetization and create something great." And that was during a time where the advertisers on YouTube were really trying to control the content, because there was just a lot of crazy stuff where their ads were popping on, where sponsors' ads were popping on the wrong videos, and the consumers were complaining and saying, "Hey, why are you putting a tampon ad on a male channel that hates on women," right? And it doesn't make any sense, right? You can understand that, right? Okay. So I told him, I said, "Look, man, I'll help you free of charge. We just do some shows together. I have a lot of experience in public speaking, podcasting, and I've edited videos in the past. And I just like your content. I think you do a great job." And he did do a great job, right? Or I would not have reached out to him after finding his channel, right? This guy was about to shut down his channel, and I convinced him to stay. Okay? And I don't care if he admits it or not. That's what actually happened, right? And then, he started to realize that if he creates more drama content, he's going to get a different audience and start getting more donations like some other YouTubers were doing. And then when he got a sponsor that was willing to sponsor him, because he's also a graphics designer, when he got a sponsor that was willing to sponsor him, that's where it all changed. Because whether he admits it to you or not, this sponsor, forces him to create content on certain creators like me all the time, even if I'm not provoking him. And right now, I'm not trying to provoke him. I'm not provoking you, sir. I'm acknowledging the fact that you put out a posting. And I really want to believe that your feelings on that posting were genuine. I think for the most part they were. At the same time, a posting like that's going to get a reaction from a lot of people. And yeah, somehow, even though I had told YouTube to not recommend posts from you or content from your channels, somehow it did, and I saw it, and you got my attention. You got my attention because what you put out is like a cry for help. What you put out is trying to get people to understand, what you're up against. And it sounds like you really, put your trust and friendship into a lot of these people, and they all just backed away, right? And you feel like they stabbed you in the back. You feel like there's no loyalty. You feel like, you can't make friends online. Well, of course you can make friends online, dude. I got plenty of friends online and offline. Now, here's the thing. Let me prove a point here to anyone that's in this situation. If you're involved in this, in other drama groups on YouTube, whatever, right? Here's the difference. This guy has a bigger audience than me, right? And a lot of his audience he initially built off of, let's just call them Coach Eli rejects, people that just, were more so trolling my channel than being here for the right reasons, right? Okay. So this guy has a bigger active audience, but he doesn't really have, like he mentioned in his posting, he doesn't have any true friends. I have a smaller active audience, but I can definitely tell you I have more true friends on YouTube than he does, right? Queen Helen Casey, for example, has been a part of the Coach Eli clan. I've been a part of her network for over 3 years now. And quite frankly, she's the only one that's never been banned on this channel one time, and welcome back. And same with Lewis Fuller. He's been around for a few years, right? Give me a second here. Queen, I got to give you something to look at. You like Queen? Please smash the thumbs up. Share this out on your community tabs. Share it out on Facebook, on your timelines, in the group pages. Share it out on Twitter. Share it out on LinkedIn, Discord, Facebook Messenger, Reddit, or anywhere, folks. Please help spread the positive message of Coach Eli out. I really want more positivity to come to this world. All right, let's continue here. Give me a second here. Derek says, Queen says, don't use them for example purposes. Well, Queen, this caught my attention, and it's not a big deal. It's something that's really interesting, that there's a solution for it. I'll get to that in a second. Derek says, if it wasn't for you coaching him back, then he wouldn't have anything now. He basically owes you his entire YouTube career. So, Derek, you know who I am, and I think I know who you are too, right? And people that have been around since those days know exactly that that's the truth. And even this mid-30s guy knows that, yeah, if it wasn't for me, he would be, who knows where he would be now, right? But here's the type of person I am. I'm not looking for a pat on the back. I'm not looking for any credit. I'm not looking for, the I told you so, right? I appreciate you acknowledging that, and you know the truth, Derek, right? I'm not looking to throw it in his face or anyone's face. All I'm trying to do is be the voice of reason, right? All I'm trying to do is be the voice of reason, to bring humanity back to where I feel it should be, in a good place, right? And to help people that have struggled with their self-worth and struggled with self-love, and have struggled with focusing on their real true potential to create greatness. A lot of people like this guy took a different path because it was an easy way to make quick money after the way he was making money was temporarily taken away by YouTube, right? I think if this guy had stayed on the positive side of things, he would have made a lot more money than he's made doing all these fake instigated drama streams because his sponsor is forcing him to do that, right? But yeah, you're right, dude. You're right, man. And here's the thing. You know, like I said, I don't feel like I'm owed anything. I don't want anything. Number one, he would never repay me in any way anyway. But even if he offered to repay me something, I wouldn't accept it. Because I give to give and not give to get, right? I believe in the law of reciprocity by giving first and not having any expectations in return, right? When you give, not give to get, the law of reciprocity will take care of you in the long run. My time just hasn't come yet, right? But it will. It will. Because I'm building something that's going to be more sustainable for the long run, right? So let's get back to what I was saying about this guy. And he's saying, you know, I don't have really any good friends. Or people are just, you know, it's hard to make friends out here on social media. And people are not real friends out here. Oh, no, they are. There's a reason why they're initially being your friend and then they're walking away. And here's that reason. And I think he knows what that reason is, right? I think he knows what that reason is, but, you know, he has to put it out there in this way. Because deep down inside, I honestly firmly believe he's unhappy with what he has to do to make money. But again, if he comes out and says that, you know, he kind of did say that in his posting, right? You know, he's saying, you know, what he does on YouTube, right? You know, what YouTube forces us to do or something like that, right? Okay? Or that he called it the nature of YouTube, right? Sir, the nature of YouTube is you can be whatever you want to be or who you want to be. You see, when you say the nature of YouTube, you're referring to the fact that if you don't create cringy drama content, you're not going to get a lot of views right away. That is true, right? But if you work hard and create something real, you won't get a lot of views for a while, but one day you'll target the right audience. And the views that you get from working hard by creating something sustainable that doesn't take off as quickly as drama does right away, it's gonna supersede the quick drama audience you create. And I think he's realizing that, right? I think he's realizing that. So, and I firmly believe this guy wants to be friends with these people. But here's the thing. Well, you have an audience of people on a drama channel like his, right? For example, right? The active audience is maybe 30 to 50 people, right? So what do these, creators that create drama content like him do? They moderate everyone so that way no one can ban anyone, and that way everyone can feel like they're special, right? And when you feel special, you're more prone to donate or contribute to the drama channel, the fake instigated drama channel, right? When you're made to feel special just by getting a wrench, right? A mod wrench on a channel, right? So these people, they befriend this guy, right? But then what happens? He brings them on his panels, right? Or he finds out more about the videos they put out on their channels, right? And then he stirs up the pot with these people that he's supposedly made friends with that are moderators on his channel, right? And then he'll, say things to them that gets them triggered because he knows when you trigger people on a panel, especially if you trigger women, it just creates the shit show that the audience tunes in and donates to, right? Right? So in essence, what this guy is doing, and what many drama creators are doing, is they're using their audience, okay, not only, for donations, but they're also using their audience for content, right? This guy is trying to make his cake, or bake his cake and eat it too, or make his bed and then lay in it right after he makes it, right? So you want to be friends with these people, but also use them and abuse them for content, trigger them on your panels, talk shit about them, right? And then you wonder why they're no longer your friends, right? And I think he knows that. It's a double-edged sword, right? Derek, you tell me if that makes sense, right? And this is the only reason why I'm talking about this today, because I've seen many people go down this double standard or double edge type of situation, right? Double-edged sword situation, right? If this guy is genuinely unhappy that people stop supporting him or stop, quote unquote, being his friend, right? Does he not realize that when you use people for content and you make money at their expense and they figure it out and then they feel used? Like, if people did that to you, would you want to be their friend? Come on, dog. Come on, man. Right? Jeez, I mean, seriously, right? And that's what it all boils down to. That's what it all boils down to. This guy, I'll furthermore discuss other things he put in his posting regarding, having emotions and, being open and honest with people and loving people and this and that, right? Dude, that was, I'll give you some credit. If you're being genuine, that was actually nice to see. That was nice to see that you have a heart and a soul. And maybe you've always had that. But maybe because you've been, you haven't been dealt the greatest cards in life, and you've taken chances and you've been screwed, you put that wall up, and, it changed your outlook on everything. You became guarded, you became closed off. Hence, when I tried to connect with you 5-6 years ago just to collaborate, I didn't want any money or anything. I just wanted to collaborate and, work together to help each other grow, right? But you immediately assumed I was trying to take from you. And see, people that automatically assume, that put up their guard right away when anyone approaches them for something legitimate, right? Right? They react and they're like, what do you want? What do you want, right? It's not healthy, right? So I get the position that this guy's been put in, from his childhood to, his early 30s, now mid 30s, and, with the sponsor he has that enables or basically forces him to create content he doesn't really enjoy creating. Dude, that's going to give people the idea of that's the person you really are, right? Right? If you do something long enough for years, like he's been doing this, right? Even if you're pretending just to satisfy the sponsor, right? Just to, entertain the audience that loves that cringy stuff, right? Right? There's that core audience that will never leave anyone. I have it, he has it, etc., right? But you need more than that core audience to make something sustainable, right? And what he's unhappy about is the new people that find out about his channel, right? Are coming in, seeing what's happening, very quickly, and then withdrawing before they get sucked in and become a victim of fake payment. Okay. Look at that. Look at the sun. Beautiful, huh? Got a plane coming in. Beautiful, right? I'm back, Queen, right? It's all right. It happens every now and then out here. It's the atmospheric condition. Derek says, give me a second here. If the donation stopped, this mid-30s-year-old would never speak to these people again. He doesn't have the ability to make real friends. That's a major red flag and shows serious mental issues. Well, that's your opinion. I don't think he has mental issues. And Yeah, he probably has some emotional issues. We all go through that, right? I don't think this guy is as messed up as people think he is. I think he's doing what he's being forced to do to continue getting that paycheck from that big sponsor. Okay? Joe Shipley. Hey, Eli, sorry it's been a while. Sorry, Sweet P85. Hey, Eli, sorry it's been a while since I've been on YouTube and wanted to stop in and show some support. Well, thank you, Sweet P1985. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here. Yeah, Derek, I don't think it's a mental issue, and I don't think he's as emotionally messed up as people are saying he is. Yes, we all have emotional issues, like I said, and he's been through some things. I think what it is with him is doing something he really enjoys that's going to make him a good amount of money. I don't think he's the kind of person that would prefer to work a desk job or work for a company. I think he's the kind of person that likes being self-employed. I can't blame him for that. I enjoy it myself, right? And what he tried to do to be self-employed, took a lot longer than he thought to make money, right? Right? And he had some other things in life that he wanted to turn around. So, he came across a man that came into money, that created a fake caregiving business and started sponsoring him and other creators out here. And he just figured, hey, if someone's going to pay me $3,000 a month to do this, okay, it's more money than I've ever made, right? I don't think he's incapable of making friends. And I don't think he's really a bad guy. I think he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he would put out a posting like that and basically, tell me if I'm wrong. It's a cry for help, right? It's basically him saying, I don't understand why people say they're my friend for a month or two or a little while and then they just leave and they ditch me, right? Well, first of all, loyalty really doesn't exist that much, especially on YouTube and social media and even in real life, right? You can't depend on people to be loyal to you. They're going to be loyal to, and even if they're loyal to you, they're going to be loyal to you when they have time and when they feel like it and when they perceive value. That was a foot-tall jackrabbit that ran across the trail, but I didn't catch it, right? Forget about that circus clown. He's nobody. No, Queen, that's the topic of the show today. It's a posting he made. And I'm just sharing it for example purposes. I've forgotten about him, Queen. It's not a big deal, right? I'm trying to shed some light here because, like I said earlier, to a certain extent, I think he's being genuine to a certain extent for the most part. I think the posting was partially made to share how he really feels about people ditching him and then to also get attention. Obviously, when you post stuff like that, you're going to get 35 comments like he got, right? But where are those 35 comments coming from? People that have been following him for a while. There's no new growth, right? Right? So, did that posting even do any good? For growth, probably not. I'll tell you what that posting did. That posting was an emotional reaction of him being frustrated and disappointed that lately, all the new people that have been going to his channel come around. They see that he has a couple thousand, 2,000, 3,000 subs. And so they value that. And then, he knows how to run live streams and stuff. And he's actually built some okay charisma over the years. Yeah, sir, I'll give you credit. You're a lot better than you used to be. And that's okay. When we all start doing public speaking, we suck at it, right? Probably another thing I helped you out with, bro, but I don't want the credit, right? And another thing, this guy wasn't even live streaming until after I started live streaming and brought him on some of my panels and some other people I was connected with back then, right? But here's the thing. Here's where I think a big downfall was. Here's what he tried to do, and I'm just sharing this for example purposes, bro. I still think you can turn things around and create more positive content, and I'll talk about that in just a little bit. But he tried to leverage another content creator's drama market. There's a woman that has a channel called Recline with Natasha. I don't have a problem mentioning her because she doesn't know who I am, probably not. And I don't care if she finds out about me or not, but hey, you want to check it out, check it out. I think she does some paranormal stuff on a bigger channel with like 20 or 30K subs, and then or it's an investigative channel or something like that. And then she also has a drama channel with I think 9 or 10K subs now, right? So this mid-30s guy finds out about her through a former friend of mine, a blind YouTuber, I won't mention his name, right, who connected with her and then tried to infiltrate her drama group, right? And he got, from what I heard behind the scenes, he got some of her people, right? But a lot of her people are no longer supporting this guy. Why? Because her drama shit show channel is bigger than yours, bro. She's more experienced at doing the same thing you're doing, right? Here's an example where this guy tried to pull his game on somebody larger than him and how it squashed him, right? And at the same time, does he really even want to do what he's doing, right? Right? So he's trying to stir up, new people to donate, to satisfy a sponsor, to bring on panels, and get triggered and stuff. And he goes and tries to leverage a decent-sized channel, which is, maybe 4 or 5 times bigger than his, and basically gets run over when they play the same game on him that he's playing on everyone else, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Derek, or anyone else. That's what happened, right? I've tuned into a couple of Natasha's streams for 5 or 10 minutes. That's all I can handle. I don't hate her. I think she's just a normal person, right? But it's drama. It's a drama shit show. She brings people on to talk shit about other people or talk shit about things. And in essence, she's doing the same thing that this mid-30s guy is doing. She just has a lot bigger audience, an active audience, than this guy, right? You want to talk about loyalty there? Mid-30s dude? Look at how loyal her loyal audience is. They're loyal to her, not loyal to you. You have a loyal audience that's been loyal to you for years. What you're upset about is not being able to build further off of that and create more loyal people, right? And it's because of the reasons of what I just mentioned, right? Beyond your loyal group of people, right? Any new people that come on in are going to want to be treated fairly and equally, right? You try to collaborate with real YouTubers, when they figure out your game, they're going to be gone, right? If you try to collaborate with other similar creators, if their channel is bigger than yours, their drama loyalty group is going to outweigh your drama loyalty group, right? And if you try to go after channels your size or smaller, right, you don't have a lot to gain from those. It's a lot more work to get 1 or 2 people to stick around, right? You're beginning to realize how much work it is to keep this going, right? And it is burning them out. Tell me I'm wrong. Somebody's definitely simulcasting me because I would have 30, 40 people here right now. But I don't care. And I think it's the woman that's simulcasting me. And ma'am, let me say something to you. I haven't said anything to you in a while. Everything that this woman mentioned to me was the truth about what this mid-30s guy is going through, right? She's the one that told me. It's kind of like that cartoon where you clock in, you beat the crap out of each other, it's the job, and then you both clock out and you're friends at the end of the day, right? And I will say this, that woman actually makes a lot of sense and is right about a lot of things. Now, as far as other things that she chooses to do, that's on her. And, I'm not going to get into any of that because I haven't followed any of the drama stuff. But the bottom line is that a lot of the stuff that this woman said when I used to talk with her over a year ago was right. Right? And all she's trying to do is, help this mid-30s guy that she cares for keep his thing going, right? And that's fine. And I think she knows, at what cost it comes and how much backlash she and he are going to get. And it's just a constant, daily, grunt work type of thing, right? It's not something that can be sustained, right? At some point, don't you want to get your business, folks, to a level where it runs itself and you don't have to work as hard? I mean, you're still going to have to work. But here's my future outlook here. My future outlook is growing this channel to 50 or 100K subs or more. And when it gets to 50 or 100K subs, I won't have to put out as much content. I probably will, but I could put out 1 or 2 pieces of content and get a lot more views than 7 to 10 pieces of content I put out each week now, right? You should be looking forward to creating something that you can compound on and build on that's going to be sustainable long term and is going to get easier to manage, not more difficult to manage, right? It's going to sustain itself rather than you having to work your ass off every day to find new people to sustain what you're doing, right? And here's the thing. Again, I'm not here to go back and forth with these people. I'm not here to attack them or criticize them. They're going to create their fancy reaction videos on these live stream simulcasts or on the replay or on a future live stream. They're going to spin the narrative for drama ratings, right? But at the end of the day, they know exactly what I'm talking about and they know what they're doing. And, no harm, no foul, right? A lot of these people are actually pretty good people. A lot of these people involved in these particular drama groups are actually not bad people. But in order to get the attention that they need to survive, the views, and to continue getting the sponsorship, they have to do things that, ride the line, skirt the line, or even cross the line sometimes, right? And I just am one person that I can't live my life that way. Like, I was involved with these people in the past, and I just couldn't keep doing certain things, to, just appease people or make people happy. Like, I didn't feel comfortable doing a lot of the things these people do because it's not me. It has nothing to do with my message or my vision of positivity, right? Oh, I love bunnies, says Sweet Peanut 85. Oh, great. Derek says the mid-30s guy is the Cheddar Bob of YouTube. Well, I mean, that's your opinion, dude. And if it, I don't really think he's a Cheddar Bob. And I really, to be honest with you, because here's the thing. Like I've said before, when I've used him or other people in this drama group for example purposes, when it makes sense for the topic I want to discuss, right? Okay. I'm not going to watch any reaction videos or read any community posts. Again, I just happened to get recommended this one on my on this channel's account. When I watch YouTube videos, I watch YouTube videos from my YouTube Premium account, which used to be my former channel that I shut down years ago. So everything is tuned on my on my main viewing account to not get anything. And every now and then when I switch to create a live stream on my main channel here to a different account, I get recommended things from these people every now and then. So what I'm saying is, I'm not going to watch any reactions to this because, quite frankly, I know the game. I know what they're going to do and where they're going to do it. And you know what? That's fine, right? They're doing it because that's their job, right? It's their job to talk about myself or other people that react to what they're doing in a certain way, whether that certain way they're talking about that person is accurate or not. They got to present their material in a certain way to satisfy, donations and sponsorship requirements, right? So there's no purpose to tuning into this stuff. That's all I'm saying, right? But I don't think he's the Cheddar Bob. I don't think he's really a bad dude. I just think he wants to be a successful entrepreneur. He doesn't want to work in the workforce, and I can't blame him for that because neither do I. Or most people, right? And had this sponsor not come around and made the sponsorship offer to him at the point that he did with the stipulations that he did, right? This guy would have probably had to go back into the actual workforce. He didn't want to do that. And again, I can understand that. But here's the thing. This guy's now been doing this type of deal for 3+ years, like 3.5 years at least, maybe close to 4 years, right? You would figure within a couple, 2-3 years, right, he could be able to save enough money and start doing something else that's more positive and sustainable long term and build that up at the same time. And once that new venture makes more money and is more sustainable than the drama venture he's getting paid for through the sponsor, then he can shit can the sponsor that's forcing him to be something he's not and do something that's going to make him more money, more sustainable, more happy, and have more real friends. There's the answer. And he knows it, right? And again, you could sit there and dissect this stream every which way to Sunday, right? I can guarantee you if him, this mid-30s guy, and this early 40s guy are not simulcasting me right now, they will be doing reaction videos or reaction live streams off of this to an audience that's loyal to them, 20 people or so, and they'll donate to watch this stupid shit, right? That everyone knows is true, including them, right? And that's how pathetic these people are because they don't have any other content besides this. And I'm not even saying anything that isn't true. I'm not triggered, I'm just sharing my thoughts on what's actually going on. And these are the people that try to kick people like me down and say you're a fake life coach and you don't have this, you don't have that. Who cares what I have or don't have? I don't care about what you have or don't have. What I care about is how you treat people. That's all I care about, right? These guys have nothing, so they focus their content on what defines them, at least how they feel currently about themselves. I got some people coming. There's a bunch of ladies that were walking on the trail. Literally, look at them. They're walking clearly. It's like a barricade on the trail, right? See that? So I had to go trailblazing. Ladies, right? The funny thing is, too, Derek, the people that have been following this mid-30s creator and this early 40s creator that are both sponsored by the same fake caregiving sponsor, they're loyal people that would even donate to a reaction video or stream to this content I'm creating here, right? They've heard this same song and dance for years, right? And they'll donate no matter what this guy puts out. The bottom line is you're not going to get any new people that are going to donate a reaction video regarding someone that they don't even know. That's making a lot of sense about what you guys are doing in the game you're playing and how it's affecting your life, right? Especially the mid-30s guy, right? If the mid-30s guy is really unhappy and feels saddened that he felt he had friends on YouTube and they all left him and doesn't realize why they're leaving him, and if the audience can't see that, right, all I'm stating is what's the truth, right? It doesn't like me or not. What I'm stating is the truth. It is the freaking truth. I should be back live. Sorry about that, folks. It should be back live. Please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell. I know there are good people out here that understand what I'm saying in a positive way and are truly supportive of this channel. I would appreciate you. Even if we get to just 8 or 9 likes or 10 likes on this stream, it's a start, folks. It's been a tremendously a tremendous interesting ride to rebuild with the right audience. I was just going to mention this before I got cut off. If I get cut off a few more times, folks, just bear with me. I'll be right back. It's just the nature of where I'm at, the atmospheric conditions, electrical interference, in case you're here for the first time. Hey, Lewis, thank you for being here. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being here. All right. YouTube tunes your recommendations according to the people that watch your content, right? And when I first started this channel, the people that are now following these drama groups, that have become a part of these drama groups, some of them, you know, permanently with their loyalty, they used to be people that I networked and found out about and connected with and became friends with initially, right? So what happened was YouTube tuned my channel to recommend stuff to them as my initial audience, right? And so as things started to more and more progress, YouTube started to see more and more action from these other channels, these drama channels that kept creating content and coming at me, and their people would come and watch my stuff. So YouTube kept recommending the majority of my content to the wrong audience that's not going to support me through donations, that doesn't like my content or isn't ready for my content or whatever, right? Okay? And I've just been working on rebuilding, and it's getting there. You know, I'm getting more likes than I used to, getting some more views back than I used to, but it's a process, and you keep working through it. You keep pushing through it. As far as these drama channels, the same thing with them. If they want to grow, they're not going to grow with drama. And even the early 40s guy, years ago, sir, I know you're watching me, you're probably simulcasting me, or you'll do a reaction video. I don't care, man. Talk about me all day, every day, bro. I don't care. Talk about the truth about Coach Eli, right? The truth about the fake life coach attacking kids, right? Come on, man. You could talk about me all day, every day. It doesn't matter, right? But even this guy was saying, this early 40-year-old that's very unhealthy, right? He's a very unhealthy man. No disrespect, sir. You're still unhealthy, right? He even said, you're not going to grow on YouTube with a drama audience. The one thing I'll give him, he's smart about one thing. He separates his drama on different channels. Okay? But if you're solely out here just creating drama content, you're never gonna grow a sustainable audience, right? But why does this early 40s guy focus a lot of his energy on his drama content? Because his sponsor is paying him to continue coming at me. right? Right? And in essence, even me sharing my thoughts about this today over the posting the mid-30s guy made is basically they're thinking that, oh, okay, Eli's giving us what we want, right? And I can hear them probably doing their reactions out saying, yeah, you moron, you're giving us what you want, but just shut your mouth, right? No, I'm not going to shut my mouth. I'm going to share my thoughts and my truth to help people, right? Because I see these things. I see these postings from people like the mid-30s guy that many people think is closed off, and I used to think that too. But honestly, I think he just wants to be loved, accepted, and appreciated for who he is. And I think he wishes he could make money doing something besides what he's doing. And he can. He has talent. He's a graphics designer. He has talent to do things, to create great videos, right? But he doesn't want to put in the work. He doesn't want to start over like I did. Because if he gave up the entire drama, he'd be giving up $3,000 a month from the fake sponsor, plus drama donations, and he'd lose his entire audience because they're just there for drama, right? But yet he's saying, oh, you know, these are my friends, and a lot of my friends are leaving me. Come on, man. You seriously think these people are there to be your friends? Or they're there because they're unhappy and miserable in their home life, and they tune in to watch the shit show to keep them occupied to make it through the night, right? And why would you even want friends that are that depressing to be around, right? I've said it before, I'll say it again, you are who you associate with, right? You are who you associate with. If you hang around, you know, depressing people that love drama, even if that's not who you say you are or want to be, that's who you become. That's who you become. Because that's how people know you. If you're complaining that you're not keeping friends on YouTube or social media, it's because of how you're showing up on social media. These people don't know how you are in real life. No one knows how you are in real life. They only know what you show on YouTube. So if you are a drama shit disturber that you know goes and instigates fake drama, attacks people just for the sake of, you know, getting a reaction to create content, then how are they going to perceive? How do you think people are going to perceive you? They're going to perceive you as a jerk, as an asshole, right? Even if that's not who you really are. And see, that's what he's trying to put in his posting. This is for the job. This is what YouTube entails. You know, this is what you have to do to be successful on YouTube, and people just can't realize that. Are you trying to come clean and say that you're being paid to do this? It's your job, and what you're doing is fake, right? And is that the reason why people are now more so seeing what you're doing is fake and not supporting it? Because they probably thought initially everything you were doing is real. Now they realize they're just a supporting cast member that's being used for you to make donations and to get your sponsor money. And when people figure out, again, like I said earlier, they're being used, they're going to leave. Why would they want to be your friend? Why would you want to be friends with someone like that if they did the same thing to you that you're doing to them? Seriously, dude. I know to a certain extent, you putting that posting out there as a cry for help was to get attention and to try to get people's attention like me and others, right? To get a reaction, right? Granted, I'll give you that, right? And you got what you wanted, no problem. Fair statement, right? But I think also at the same time, it's how you're feeling deep within. You are not happy with what you're doing to make money. You are not happy with your purpose. And sir, you are more than capable of doing things that would make you more money and make you happier, and then you could create some real friends. I've been saying that for years, every now and then, because I don't follow your stuff that much. Your stuff is not for me. I'm not a drama dude. Whether you like me or not, or you think I'm fake or real or whatever, I don't care. I'm a positive, uplifting dude. I like to help people, realize how good they are deep within. I like to help people find self-love deep within. Because if you can't love yourself, how do you expect anyone else to love you? Right? Part of loving yourself is doing something, whether it's online or offline, that is respectful and properly represents you in a way where people have a clear understanding of who you really are. Dude, what you do confuses the shit out of people. It's all over the place. And that's the point. I get it. That's the point. That's why you do it. It's all over the place. And that's what gets the attention, the donations, and the sponsor money. Right? I get it. Right? But at what cost? As you get into your 40s, you're what, 36 now? At what cost are you going to let it, at what cost are you going to continue letting it happen? Right? I'll tell you, folks, I think he's at his wit's end. I think he's tired of this. I think he's tired of doing this. He's tired of lather, rinse, repeating, right? Going and building a new audience, that audience sticking around for 3-6 months or less, and then just leaving, right? And then he's back to his base core audience that'll be there forever, but that base core audience is just not enough to sustain his lifestyle, right? How much longer? How many more cycles? Okay, cycles, 3 to 6 months, right? How many more cycles and years are you going to give up of your life to continue doing something that's not going to get you ahead? Fine, if you're happy making what you're making, 3-4 grand a month, and you want to make no more than that, cool, no problem, right? Hey, if that makes you happy, that's all good, right? But I don't think you're happy. And people that are doing this in the way he's doing it are not happy. They're doing it because they feel that if they created something that was more based on their purpose, that no one would buy into it or would take longer to grow it. The truth of the matter is it would take longer to grow it. Look how long it's taken me to grow a little each and every day. I haven't grown a lot, but I grow a little each and every day. It might take me another 3-4 years to build this thing where I want to build it, right? But I'm going to keep moving forward. And eventually it'll get there because I don't quit. I'm not a quitter. I don't give up on myself. And that's one thing this mid-30s guy has said in the past. I can find clips on it. I don't need to. He knows he said it. He said, the one thing I'll give Eli is that he never stops. He never gives up. He keeps going. He keeps going, right? Well, isn't that half the battle, bro? You keep going no matter what, right? We're at 78 minutes, an hour and 18 minutes, which a couple cutoffs, probably an hour and 16, an hour, 17, hour, 18, right? Lewis says you're very welcome. I am waiting for these people to start walking on the right side a little bit faster before I get my camera out there. All right, they're all looking, so I'm going to get going because they're going to be there for a while. I'm not going to wait. Give me a second here. Get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. I'm going to be going off the air in about 15 minutes or so, folks. 15 to 20 minutes max. We're going to get the other side. I don't think there's anyone at the observation deck. You got to choose. As a YouTuber, you can't have it both ways. You got to choose drama or real content. All right, I should be back. Sorry, folks, got cut off. Sweet Pea 1985, that is a beautiful scene. Now, I don't know if you've seen any of my streams out here before Sweet Pea 1985. This is the San Francisco Bay Trail in Redwood City. There are many access points to this trail all over the Bay Area, and as my channel grows, I'm going to start doing more of these walks from different parts of the SF Bay Trail. At one point, I'm going to take, like two months off or so and walk the whole thing and broadcast live on the whole thing. Going from here across the Golden Gate Bridge to the North Bay, to the East Bay, and then down to South Bay. There are many access points. Now there's somebody at my usual spot there, so I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going here. I want to take this moment here to speak to the people that are not the longtime loyal followers of wherever you're watching this. I'm sure both the mid-30s guy or his lady and the early 40s guy are all simulcasting this live. And again, I don't have a problem with that, and you don't even have to delete it. I'm not going to flag you down. I won't. Just think about this. Think about everything I've said here. And think about how you're being used as a puppet. How you're being used as, a casting member, an extra on the set, right? And not even getting paid for it, right? Okay? Think about it, right? At what point is the same old thing going to get old, right? At what point is it going to get old? I don't get triggered anymore. I'm not talking smack about these people. I'm just sharing the truth about what's happening and why they're doing what they're doing. And they're getting paid by their fake sponsor to basically criticize what I'm saying. And even if I'm right, to just pretend and say that I'm wrong, just to amp up the controversy and to stir up the crowd, right, for more donations, right, and to satisfy the sponsor, right? That's what's happening. If you folks can't see that this is all a game just for a couple creators, the mid-30s guy and the early 40s guy, to continue getting a sponsorship from a guy that owns a fake caregiving business that, we're not mentioning anymore for obvious reasons. I mean, I could mention it, but I don't care to mention it. The right people that are watching this know this. The people that are just listening to the story, you just know it's a guy that came into a lot of money that's just looking to funnel donations as tax write-offs to a business he's not even running. So he has to pretend to run the business or make it look legitimate by paying these sponsors and saying he's paying them money for entertainment or for, doing graphics designing, when the truth of the matter, he's paying these people to attack other people on YouTube, because that's how cuckoo and psychopathic this guy is, or how lonely and miserable this 48-year-old sponsor of theirs is that looks like he's 65, right? Guy's the same age as me and looks 20 years older than me, right? Right? And again, all these creators are doing, especially the two main ones, the mid-30s guy and the, early 40s guy, all they're doing is sucking up to the hand that feeds them, right? I mean, how can you argue that, right? You guys can argue this any way you want, right? And again, I'm not going to sit there and watch your stuff. You can keep tagging me in community posts and keep making videos on me. And the more and more and more and more and more and more you do it, the more and more people are going to see how pathetic you all are. The sponsor, the early 40s guy, and the mid-30s guy, right? Same old shit, different day, right? I'm just taking a walk, sharing my thoughts. I'm cool, calm, and collective. And nothing bothers me, including you guys. You want to call me C-U-C-K Eli, dude? You want to call me a fake life coach? You want to talk smack about me in different ways that you've done a million times? To the same people that will pay you no matter what you talk about? And then to the new people, they don't know who the hell I am, right? It doesn't matter, right? So this guy that was here yesterday, oh, I see. He left his trash here. If I wasn't holding this, I would take the trash out. Panda Express and beer. So the guy that was here yesterday, that, you know, because he was on here, I didn't go all the way to the top like I did today of the observation deck. He left his 40 on there and his Panda Express. You know, if you're going to come out in nature or anywhere, especially in nature, and you want to enjoy the day and have a beer or eat some food, no problem. But clean the fuck up after yourself, right? Have some respect, right? We're just going to sit here and look at some beautiful scenery, right? That's all we're going to do. I'm content. I'm happy. I feel good. I'm in a good place within myself and my life and with my family and with my amazing girlfriend. You know, like I've said before, my amazing girlfriend. Like even up until yesterday, you know, she wanted to start connecting with me on some social media sites, and she really like, she's a really nice and sweet lady, but you know, she is so anti-hate and stupid people. Like, she really wants to rip the head off these people, and I said, baby, it's not worth it. These people are just, you know, intentionally doing this stuff just to make money. They're getting paid to do it. Why let it trigger you, right? I let it trigger me for years because I didn't understand what was going on until I finally figured it out. I finally figured it out when, you know, a lady I used to be friends with, you know, and I still like to consider her a friend, but, you know, I mean, I just don't enjoy the type of work that she does. I don't enjoy drama content and drama work, but besides that, I have no problem with her. She's the one that made me aware of this. She's the one that made me aware of, hey, what this mid-30s guy and this early 40s guy are doing is just clocking in and clocking out. It's clocking in for work, and then at the end of the day, you clock out, and then you're friends. So basically, you clock in, you have your fight, and you entertain the audience, and you fight or whatever, and then you clock out, and then you're friends with the guys you were fighting, right? Now, here's the thing. Number one, I'm not into this type of content. But number two, even if I was, these people made so much money off of my name, and I got nothing out of it, right? So how beneficial was that going to be to me, right? It wasn't, because the difference is I'm not a drama queen. I'm not a drama channel. I'm a life coach that has positive and uplifting content, right? And these people, you know, are not going to pay someone like me to be a part of something if I'm not going to contribute to drama 24/7, right? I'm not a good supporting cast member, right? Because my message is different, right? But that's all it is. I told my lady, look, it's just not worth it, right? Don't worry about it. But yeah, I've got a good life. I'm happy within myself. And here I am on the SF Bay Trail, doing work I enjoy doing. Even if there are only there's only 9 people here right now, 6 thumbs up, no problem, right? I know there are more people watching, and you know what? I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. I know you guys are watching me elsewhere, and that's fine. In the end, you're going to see what happens. I've been talking about this for years, and I mentioned this today purely because of a posting I saw by mistake that this mid-30s drama creator I used to know and associate with in the past put out as a cry for help, wondering why, you know, he doesn't have any real friends, or there aren't any real friends on YouTube, right? I just thought it was ironic. There's a lot of irony in that. I even sent that a screenshot of that posting to my lady. All right? She's just laughing at it. Like, yeah, it's a double standard. It's a complete double standard, right? You're only going to be treated by people in the same ways you treat them. Let's start heading back. Maybe I can stop by the site I normally stop by on the way in as I exit. People are only going to treat you the way you treat them. Whether, that's who you really are or aren't, right? So if you pretend to be someone else on YouTube who you really are, that's, what people know of you, right? So they're going to treat you in the way you come off according to your fake persona. They're going to assume your fake persona is real, and they're going to react to you in that way. But see, the thing is, you guys do that to try to get these people to react for your content, right? For your drama content. But then at the same time, you want these people to be friends and be loyal so they can donate to you, right? It's a surreal lather, rinse, repeat process, right? That has so much freaking turnover. Like I keep saying, it's the turnover that's in my opinion, it's the turnover that's really burning out this mid-30s guy, right? And I believe he's 36 now. When he reaches 40, like I'm telling you, everyone has their breaking point, right? And I've been talking about this for years. And I'll tell you this, when he has his breaking point, yeah, I will do a stream about it. I won't mention his name, but I will do a story on it, for example purposes. Because again, I'm not here to criticize. I'm just here to show people that I know what I'm talking about. I've been through so much in my life. I've seen patterns. I know what burns people out. I'm just that intuitive. My instincts are that good, right? And you'll see. You'll see. Maybe another year, maybe 2 years of him doing this. But I will tell you, I'd be surprised if he was still doing this full force at 40 years old. This is not sustainable health-wise. Even if he wants to do it, it's going to make him so unhappy and unhealthy, right? That he won't be healthy enough to do this. That's another thing. It's a health thing, right? The way you see yourself and feel about yourself, mentally and emotionally, if you're always drained, trying to rebuild things that are not sustainable, you're going to burn out. It's going to affect your emotions, and that's going to affect your health. It's only a matter of time. That's it. It's only a matter of time. All right. I'm going to come over here and go down to my spot by the bench. Again, folks, tonight, probably around 10 or 10:30 Eastern, 7 or 7:30 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to be doing dating advice for men and women, Volume 10. I've got 5 new great Reddit postings with some interesting, postings made by men and women in today's modern dating world. And yeah, they're very interesting. They're always interesting, but tonight they're just going to be, man. just join us and see. It's so beautiful out here. I mean, I could literally stay out here all day and not get bored. Breathe in the fresh air. Soak in some vitamin D from the sun. Another thing this mid-30s guy said in the past, he's like, I don't know how he holds that selfie stick, that heavy selfie stick, for hours at a time. Well, sir, this is episode 233. I've held it for at least an hour to an hour and a half, 233 times. And that's on top of the pre-recorded videos I've done holding this selfie stick, right? You could probably throw in another maybe 50 of those, right? So I've had close to 300 videos of holding this selfie stick up for, at least an hour to an hour and a half, right? Right now, oops, I covered the lens. Right now we are at an hour and 36 minutes. Probably a little less, an hour and 34 hour, 35 hour, 36. Got cut off a few times. 9 people here, 6 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Let's try to get to 10 thumbs up, folks, before the stream ends. I would appreciate it. Please smash the like button if you already haven't done so. Share it out on your community tab. Share it out on Twitter. Tweet it out. Share it out on Facebook, on your timelines, in your group pages where you can. LinkedIn, Discord, Facebook Messenger, right? Even on Reddit, like I was mentioning, where I'll be doing my stories from later tonight. Reddit's a great place to share things. Share this out, folks. I would greatly appreciate it. I want to help as many people as possible learn to love themselves, build their confidence, and accomplish whatever it is that their hearts desire. And get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in about maybe 5 to 10 minutes or so. Another thing I was going to mention that this mid-30s guy may even understand. This mid-30s guy, you're a middle-class guy. You come from a middle-class family, right? And the truth of the matter is this, is that you're hanging around low-life scumbags that aren't capable of even loving themselves. So how in the world can they be your friends, right? See, you and other people that work with you at the top, you're smart people, right? And all you guys are doing is entertaining or manipulating, people that are the dumbest of the dumb, right? The lowest of the low-life scumbags. BOYT, Boit, bottom of YouTube, right? But then you wonder why they're not your friends. They're not capable of being your friends, even if they wanted to, but again, the way you use them for drama content and donations, right? And abuse them, right? You can't have it both ways. But even if you could, why would you want to be friends with the lowest of the low that aren't capable of even loving themselves, right? It's just that posting was rather interesting. I've had a long history with this guy. And I just wanted to, put my spin on it. Hopefully it helps people. Maybe it helps him. Maybe not. Whether it helps him or not, he won't admit it. Who knows? Who knows? It doesn't matter. I had an opinion. I wanted to share it. And all right, we're back. Sorry, we're back. I was saying, I want to make people aware you can rise above anything you want to rise above in life, right? You can make a change at any point in your life, right? You can start over at any point in your life, but it's up to you. It's up to you, right? And don't let anyone, let me wait for this lady to get on the trail, because she's walking right down the middle instead of on one side. Just a second, please, folks. Okay. Now we can go. You can rise above anything and never let anything bother you, folks. I know it's easier said than done, and it's not something that people are born with. People are naturally born to react, overreact, feed into things, right? But you can learn to become stronger and not let things bother you, just like myself, right? Just like myself. I don't know if these people are going to come up here. I think they wanted to. I think they changed their mind when they saw me coming this way. It's absolutely a gorgeous day. I can't complain. I'm very grateful and thankful to the people that watched the stream over here and supported this channel. I'm grateful for that. And I know that in due time, we're going to help more and more people that enjoy positive reinforcement and enjoy uplifting content and are ready to grab life by the horns and make their life the most amazing life ever. It really saddens me that these same low-life loser scumbags, right? They're still watching these creators, talk about me and other people. It's really sad at what makes you folks happy, right? And each one of these people, they have unique situations. Some of these people came into inheritances and have nothing better to do, right? I mean, every one of these low-life scumbags have a unique situation, right? And again, I don't mean to be rude or hateful by calling them that, but that's what they are. Because that's how they see themselves, right? And maybe it's because I'm such a straightforward guy to just call out the truth. It just hurts them so much to the point of where they want to continue having a place to try to come at me. And because they're blocked here, they go elsewhere. These other two creators, the mid-30s guy and possibly his right-hand woman, and this early 40s guy, they'll simulcast these every now and then, and it gives these people a place that don't like to hear the truth about what I'm saying regarding them, which is the truth. They get so triggered they have to go to these channels on the simulcasts or the, reaction videos and talk smack about a guy clear across the country or in a different country in some cases that's pretty much just stating the truth and really wants to help you become a better person, but you're just not ready for that yet, right? That's the truth of the matter. It is. It is, right? That's why I'm not triggered. There's no reason to be triggered. Why get triggered over people that are the bottom of the barrel, that have sunk so low in depression, that hate themselves so much they have nothing better to do than what I just mentioned a second ago, right? It's the most pathetic and surreal thing I've ever seen. And it's only being fueled, like I keep saying, because there's one fake sponsor that runs a fake caregiving business that came into money when his parents passed away a few years ago, and this is the way that guy's decided to funnel his money as a business expense to have tax write-offs, right? If it wasn't for that one sponsor, none of this. I'm telling you, folks, none of this would be happening. The mid-30s guy said it himself. It's all business. If this wasn't making him money, he wouldn't be doing it, right? He said it himself. What more do you need, right? And if you're cool with that, you want to support him, no problem. You want to support the early 40s guy, no problem. You want to support me, that'd be nice. I don't expect it. But I will tell you this, supporting me will get you much further ahead and probably get you a return on your investment if you even support me financially at all, right? What does supporting these people do? What type of benefit do you get? You get to further sulk in your misery? Or you get to temporarily feel good about yourself when they talk fake shit about me just to satisfy their sponsor requirements? Think about it, right? I'm just mentioning this. I'm not going up. I'm just coming out and saying exactly what's happening, right? And that's why these people get triggered, because you know what? The truth hurts. The truth hurts, right? And these people have been spitting out lies about me for years that I put up with, right? Things that, they did in person, right? Unforgivable things that I have forgiven them for, right? I forgive you. Okay? But I got to get going, folks. I want to appreciate the people that were viewing the stream here. Once again, please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications. Folks, we have 6 thumbs up. If you can please try to get those thumbs up to like 8, 9, or 10 by the time the stream ends or shortly after the stream ends, I would greatly appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select the notifications. Share this out on your community tabs and on social media. Help a brother out. This brother wants to help you. See, the difference, I'll wrap up by saying this, the difference between these other people I've been talking about and myself is I've never once asked you for a penny. These people have forced you to donate. Or they've made you feel very guilty if you don't. Sorry folks, got cut off. I'm back. Have a wonderful evening, Eli. Thank you, Sweet P1985. Like I was going to say before I got cut off, before I wrap this up, I don't force people to donate. I hardly even talk about it. The super chat's at the bottom if you want a super chat. Nightbot's sharing my PayPal and Cash App links. They're also below in the description for people on the replay. Soon, YouTube's going to enable super thanks on live stream replays and pre-recorded videos. It's the same thing as super chat, but for pre-recorded videos. Some channels have it beta tested now. The rest should be getting it really soon, within the next month or 2 or less. I'll make you folks aware of that. It's up to you, right? I don't ask you for anything, and I uplift you. And I talk about the truth. And I'm an honest person, right? There's a difference right there, folks. The choice is yours. How you want to live your life, and who you want to follow, who you want to support, right? But I for damn sure would rather live a happy life than a miserable life. I've had enough misery in my past, while I was learning the ropes as a little kid, right? I'm a grown-ass adult now. It's time for the rest of the grown-ass adults to grow up as well. If you need my help to get on track, you know what to do. With that being said, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you to Sweet P1985 for being here. Thank you to Lewis Fuller for being here. Thank you to Queen Helen Casey 2.0 for being here. Joe Shipley for being here. And even Derek for being here earlier. And thank you to everyone else that was watching or still is watching wherever else this may be available. Have yourselves a good night. Remember, tonight at about 7 or 7:30 Pacific, 10 or 10:30 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing, dating advice for Men and Women, Volume 10 from the studio for about an hour and a half to 2 hours max with 5 great Reddit stories. I'm going to go grab some dinner, and that event will be put out live soon when I get home. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other. Oh, we're wrapping up at an hour and 51 minutes with a couple cutoffs, an hour and 49, hour 50, hour 51. That's the long stream. Have a good one. Be good to each other.